Welcome once again to my channel, folks. My name is Ofosu Godwin, a marketing professional and a marketing trainer. In this video, we're going to look at WhatsApp sales message tactics or WhatsApp sales messaging tactics for small business and startups. WhatsApp is growing when it comes to its application for business, with WhatsApp having over 1 billion, or let's say 2 billion monthly active users. This app is a great app for conversational sales. Now let's look at how one can use simple messaging tactics to generate sales or pitch or do sales presentations and close sales. After you have collected your phone contacts from whatever source, either from websites, from social media, from directories, etc., it is now time to organize yourself to be able to start the sales messaging process or the sales process. The kind of message and the way you message can make or unmake your sales prospecting successful or not. Now, the first thing you need to do is to personalize. Personalization is very important. Each customer should be approached differently. Use their names or their company's names if known. If possible, refer to a previous conversation. If you have had a conversation with this customer before, maybe either on social media, etc., you can refer to that previous conversation. It is important to also greet them. Most people prefer that you greet them. So first time, it is important to say hello and greet them, and then address them by their name. Right. It is important, as a matter of fact, to also get to respect their privacy as well. So, for example, you go by hello, Mr. James. I am Brown from ABXYZ company. ABXYZ company is a cleaning company based in Streetsville. Definitely, he's also going to respond. Or hello, good afternoon or good morning, Mr. James. I am Brown from ABCXYZ company. ABCXYZ company is a cleaning company based in Streetsville. For some of these customers or for some of these prospects, they will respond and then ask you to go ahead. Some will also ask you to send them a company profile and brochure. Some will even ask you to send an email. When they request for this, do so. After that, just let them know that it has been nice meeting them. So nice to meet you, and we'll chat with you some other time. I have saved your number with Mr. Suspenso. You can also save mine as Brown from ABXYZ. You see, so with this, you tend to make the approach very soft. A lot of people will prefer to chat with you than to talk to you on phone when it comes to sales prospecting using WhatsApp, and for that matter. For some prospect, they will ask you to go ahead with your presentation. So you then need to go ahead with your presentation. For some prospects, too, all the hellos and mentioning of their name and all that personalization will not work. They will just not reply to you. The moment they realize that this is what you are bringing about, the kind of product that you are bringing about, they will just not be ready. Some too, also because of some of the bad people online, might also think that probably you are someone who is a bad person or a scammer or something. So some people will not even just entertain you to even initiate chat with you. But you are likely to have success with a large number of the contacts that you have. Now, if they ask you to go ahead, now the second point is that if they ask you to go ahead, then you need to go ahead and do your presentation. Make sure you do a multimedia presentation, not just text. So add photos, add videos, linked videos, catalogs, PDFs, link to website, etc. But don't overdo it. What I have seen is that some salespeople, some WhatsApp salespeople, some WhatsApp marketers send so many pictures that tends to become so much voluminous and occupy space on the smartphones of some prospects, and this actually sometimes pisses them off, makes them feel that you are being too spammy. So it is important, as a matter of fact, to limit. At least you can send a catalog that contains, or share a catalog that contains all your product range. You can share 1 or 2 videos and probably give a link to your YouTube channel for the prospects to watch more of those videos. Make sure that the catalog contains all information. Provide insightful information about your products and services. Be ready to reply to prospect response. Some prospects will quickly ask you for price. Some prospects will quickly ask you for other information like shipping terms and conditions, where your company is located, terms of payment, how payment is going to be done, and so on and so forth. In the interim, that is not to say that they are buying instantly. Some will require or inquire more information. Sometimes some will even require that you book an appointment with them. I have encountered issues whereby I book appointment with some prospects and have video chat with them and have discussions with them. Some will tell you they will get back to you, but be ready to reply to prospect. Maybe you might have been busy doing something else and a reply will come. It is important to set automatic reply messaging on your WhatsApp business app. It is quite simple. You go to settings, you go to messaging, and then you set away message. So for example, you can set an away message that, thank you for contacting us, or thank you very much, please we'll get back to you soon. Please will kindly get back to you soon, thank you. This will automatically reply within some time that you are not with your phone. So this will therefore assure the prospect that he can be sure of a reply in the next minute or in the next few minutes. It is important to incorporate the away message into your WhatsApp sales messaging tactics. The next thing is to ensure that you are patient. Be patient. Don't bombard prospect with so many links and documents and chats. Sometimes too, don't be so excited if some of the prospects pull up. Some of the prospects will pull up as if they are buying, and they will quickly force you to prepare quotation. Prepare the quotation, that is all you will hear from them. Some of them are even sometimes mystery shoppers. Some will just waste your time. But don't ignore. Be serious about all of these prospects, because you might not know who will buy. Don't be in a rush to close the sale. If they ask about price and it's negotiable, you can discuss price with them and tell them maybe probably you'll get back to them with price. You can offer discount and so on and so forth. But be patient and do not rush. The prospect might be busy and might not have time to reply to you. This gives room for patience. Take your time. Wait for a while. The normal strategy that I normally use, sometimes I make 2 or 3 days go by, then I respond. Or sometimes I wait for a whole week. Sometimes you see the prospect online, but he's not replying to your message. Prospect might be busy. And also, depending on the type of business, you should also get to know that if you are selling capital intensive, if you are selling business products that are highly capital intensive, or certain strategic business products, certain business products, there's a decision making unit that needs to decide. Sometimes maybe the number that you had was that of a junior staff, or was that of a salesman who is now routing or rerouting your message to the appropriate office. Sometimes management needs to sit down and discuss. So with this, there's no need to force the prospect. When you realize after several hi or several hello, after several good mornings, he's not replying for about 2 days, you need to take your time. When it happens this way, it is now time to provide valuable information to the person. You can send, if you have a newsletter, once every week you can send a newsletter, product updates, industry news, data, statistics, facts, and figures concerning the industry. Some of these prospects, after 2 weeks, you may not hear from them again. Some of them, after 2 weeks, you may resume your pitching with them and continue to pitch with them. Sometimes you can even, when you realize, one trick that I used was that when I realized they are not replying, I sometimes book an appointment, a video appointment. And that's for that, from my experience, it's out of 2 out of 10 will work. Some will tell you it's not necessary because more people are comfortable chatting because of their busy schedule and might not have time to have a video chat with you. Sometimes what you also can do is that you can refer the chat to a much senior salesperson or to your boss. What I do is I normally refer it to my export manager in our headquarters, and then he basically works on that. Now that you've been able to get certain responses, it is now time to segment your hot leads. So now those who have moved ahead. One sure strategy you can use here to continue to get the sale is to use social proof. You can share testimonies of satisfied customers, reviews from your website, etc. Offer promotions and begin to talk about discount, rebates, etc. So one good strategy is to always talk about discount and also talk about the fact that you are also willing to help in shipping of the product or dispatching the product to wherever he is. You can let them, this is a time to speak more about your unique selling proposition and to be able to convince the prospect in buying your product. Use social proof at this stage. You can also, if it is a product that will not cost you that much, you can also issue samples for the customer to have a feel. So you can do product test. You see, WhatsApp is a more personal platform, which is a very good way of building relationship. It's a very good way of building intimacy with your prospects. So sometimes you don't focus too much on being salesy. You can share certain, you can even, what I normally do, sometimes I even ask them about the market. If they are resellers or wholesalers or retailers, I ask them questions about the current state of their market and how the market is going. Some of them are willing to share with you. Some even sometimes even give you advice. There was one guy or one gentleman that gave me an advice not to focus on their market because that market is a bit slow. So you will be able to also get advice when you begin to chat about the industry, about the market, and not only just being focusing on just your sales pitching. You can offer promotions here through WhatsApp business broadcast, and you can broadcast up to 256 people or 256 contacts. But this should not be very often. But one good thing about the broadcast is that each and every individual receives the message as an individual message, right? Which is much better than group chat. Don't use group chat, as people who doesn't know other people might not feel safe being in a group with people that they don't really know. It should not be often. You can divide the broadcast list into the stage of the sales funnel that each of these prospects has got into, and then different message tailored to them. It is easy to create the broadcast. Just click on the dots on the app when you open your WhatsApp business. Those dots on the right side top, you click on it, then you click up broadcast, and you add the contacts, and then you send the message. The last thing I'm going to talk about is scheduling your message. Know when to WhatsApp the prospects. Especially if you are doing international business or you're doing international marketing, then you should be able to know when to prospect. The days, times are very important. If you are doing international marketing, then let me show you one trick you can use. Just dial the number on Truecaller and leave the number for a while. You realize that Truecaller will showcase the number with a profile picture, that round, that circle. Click on that circle on Truecaller, and then the person's Truecaller profile, contact Truecaller profile will open. Within that Truecaller contact profile, you'll be able to see the time zone. If it is in the afternoon, you'll be able to see the local time, and you can, start your chat by saying good afternoon or hello. Sometimes it is good to know when to. Personally, I prefer early in the morning, between 8 to 9. So by 12 o'clock, I've gotten a reply. By end of the day, I've gotten another reply. Sometimes too, I also use getting to the end of the day, because some executives of our work also go to hang out, relax, and go through their messages. So I also use around between 3, 4, and 5. And normally that one you get response sometimes in the evening or sometimes the next morning. Weekends, Fridays have not been very good from per my experience, as some people might not have time, or some people doesn't even go near their business chat. They want to relax. Very few people also do go. Sometimes, if you're not lucky, by Monday, the prospect has forgotten about your message. So it is important to know the best time to test. Though there have not been any established time, but for me, from my experience, that is what I'm trying to share. Thank you very much for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Don't forget to comment, share, and like.